mean, to be honest, I didn't feel like I could do that. So you and Shanita encouraging me to do it, really helped me actually seal the deal. So I was one of those people that didn't think I could charge fees like that. And I can. So it was a good surprise for myself. And now that I'm actually doing the work, my clients are really, really appreciating it. And it's really helping their business. So
that's awesome.
Kendra, I know you're on here still. Please correct me if any of these facts are wrong, but I just kind of made like a column going over the basic facts for everyone that we talked about together on our call. And so, yeah, I remember they were a $4 million a year roofing company. They were currently paying $1,250 a month for accounting. However, their CPA was not responsive. They had trouble getting, what they needed back from him in a timely fashion. I believe the wife needed help paying the bills. And I also know that she was just spending a lot of time keeping up with the paperwork in general. I know we said that, they were set up on accrual accounting. However, their accruals were just not being booked correctly. So that was a pain point. They didn't have any visibility into which of their jobs were profitable because, they just did not have an accounting system set up in a fashion that, they could get that kind of reporting. Another pain point, all of the contracts and invoicing were being done, old school on paper. And these were, two younger guys who, could have done it differently, right, if they had known how to do it. And, that also led into the pain point. One of the gentleman's wife was spending a lot of time keeping up with the paperwork. So we just kind of, mapped out 3 packages here. And, we said basic thing that we're going to offer is they need monthly accounting. They need the compliance work. And I know that we said, just booking the AP, booking the accruals correctly, and also, taking over AP. If they're already paying $1,250 a month, they were already just, looking to leave the accountant. They knew that. We kind of said, well, that's at least, $1,000 to $1,500 a month worth right there over the $1,250 just for having it done right. And just, just for having someone who's responsive and proactive and who's going to get back to you, do things right. So that was kind of our base that we started with there. And then from there, we just kind of, had a discussion and we thought about like, what are their main problems, so that solves one problem, just, helping them, get things in order. They're compliant. They're going to be able to get financials when the bank asks for them. That's solving a big problem there. But what's the next problem that we could help them solve? And so the next problem was, not having any visibility into, which jobs are profitable. So just, helping them set up, implement job costing and do the reporting on that, right? So they could understand, which of their projects are they making money on, which are they losing money on, so they could, mid-project analyze, what percentage of our budget have we spent on this? Do we need to make changes? Do we need to do something different? They just didn't have any way to understand those kinds of things. So the middle package here, we said, let's do the compliance aspect. And basically this was just compliance plus job costing. So we were going to do the compliance, the AP, the accruals, also set up job costing for them, and, do that reporting. And then the other pain point that we, talked about was the fact that the way that they were running their business right now was just a little old fashioned, right? They were doing everything on paper. It was inefficient. They were having problems with record keeping. Like we said, the wife was having to help out a lot in the business. So Kendra identified, like Notify being a solution. Notify, construction specific software that would integrate with their QuickBooks Online, fully integrate both ways, that she could set up in order to help them automate, their contracts, their invoicing, and bring a lot of that paperwork into the cloud to where, they could manage it, on their phones, on the go, and just get things done, right? A little bit faster. So those were the 3 packages that we kind of came up with. Kendra, is anything that I've said so far inaccurate in any way?
So I can't remember if I knew this when we were having this discussion or not, but they were actually utilizing a software called Job Nimbus, which is another construction specific software to kind of do their contracts and their invoicing. But what I have subsequently found out is they're really not utilizing it to its full potential. It's not connected to QuickBooks, and their data in there is just extremely messy. So I don't remember if I knew that at that point.
Okay, I don't remember that, us talking about that, but okay, cool. So,
But that doesn't include any job costing. There's nothing like that. It's just the billing piece of it that they're doing in Job Nimbus.
okay, gotcha. Are you still gonna do that Notify integration, or are you gonna help them set that up?
I think they're ready to just trash Job Nimbus and go to Notify.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just curious there. But yeah, so those were the three kind of packages, and like the third one, it had the compliance, the job costing, and then the tech implementation and the training on that. That's going to be required for them to utilize it efficiently. And so when we were thinking about prices, my mind just kind of said, okay, if they're paying $1,250 now, it's worth $1,000 to $1,500 more a month just to have the basics done right. We, including the job costing in this was just kind of a basic range that we were talking through. And then we said, okay, doing this, and then the piece where we help them streamline the financial operations, right? With the tech implementation, we kind of came up with this range right here. And Kendra, you ended up quoting on the high range in all three of these?
I did. So on the bottom one, I did 2,500.
Okay.
I went with 5,000 for the middle one. And then I went for 8,000 on the top.
Okay, I'm just gonna write that down. So 2,500, 5,000, 5,000, and 8,000. Okay, cool. And so what was their response to when you showed them those packages? How did that go down?
Well, so the way I kind of did this went really fast. So I talked to them on a Wednesday and got access to their QuickBooks file. They came to me from a referral. I got access to their QuickBooks file. I was immediately able to spot issues. And so what I did on the following call on Thursday, after we had kind of developed these packages, was I kind of went through some of the things that I was seeing and helped them kind of understand what the numbers were telling them, because that was the piece that their previous accountant wasn't helping them with. And that is really what sold them on, I need a higher level of service. I need someone to help me understand not only just what my numbers are at the end of the day, but why are they like that? And that's the piece that really made them make the decision to go with the higher package.
Awesome. I love that. So yeah, guys, that was the basic structure of the packages there. If you guys have any questions about that, feel free to ask, and we can go over, how we can help you guys do the same. But awesome, Kendra. And so you also had you signed this client, and then you turned around and you got a win for them right off the bat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, we were able to immediately spot some things that they weren't actually billing their clients for. They've been eating a lot of costs. So actually just yesterday is kind of where we got the June numbers completed, and we actually put together a WIP schedule for them, and we're able to really analyze by job their problems. And that was a hard conversation to have because the numbers were not at all what they were hoping that they would be. They've lost quite a bit of money so far in 2021. But now they know why. We were able to, once we started talking job by job, they were able to kind of come together and, between the group and understand why those jobs perform the way that they do. And they definitely have a pricing issue, and they're definitely eating costs. Their materials are skyrocketing. They've had 15 different price increases from their material suppliers so far this year, and they've raised their prices one time, and it was only 4%. So I think that was very eye-opening for them.
And that's incredible to me what you just said, right? So you came in, you spotted these things, they actually had a conversation about it, realized there's problems, and they're making changes based on this data, right? And so guys, people are willing to pay for this. There are very concrete, tangible issues that everyone has. One great example that we just talked about, when people reach out to you, say they have one kind of problem, just take everyone through your normal discovery call process, right? Treat everyone the same way, learn about their business, see what's really going on. And there might be some really big problems that they don't even know they have, or if they know they have them, they might not think there are solutions out there to them, right? So Kendra, thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of questions about that's super awesome. It's just I can't wrap my brain around how we would actually structure this, package this, and communicate it to a client.